Hey, welcome back to Island Life Live. This is a little kapakahi this week, right, because of the holiday schedule. But today is Aloha Thursday. That means it's time for Kupuna Power.
Brickwood Galuteria is back with a very special guest. Let's take a look.
Aloha, I'm Brickwood Galuteria, and this is Kupuna Power, a weekly opportunity to share stories and lessons about self-determination and empowerment, and knowing the resources needed for that empowerment. Resources available to you from the state, the city, the federal government, and the private sector. In addition to specific resource topics of interest, Kupuna Power is about relationships. One of the most powerful relationships resides between Kupuna, grandparents, and Mo'opuna, the grandchildren. This bond offers many benefits, including unconditional love, wisdom and guidance, emotional support, and a source of immense joy. Today, we welcome Evan Mokuahi Hayes, a Hawaiian businessman and great-grandson of legendary Waikiki Beach boy Sammy Steamboat Mokuahi, who sat under the tutelage of world-famous Duke Kahanamoku, and Evan's grandfather is the legendary beach boy Bernie Mokuahi Ching, who is also one of the original members of the popular musical combo, The Surfers. Welcome to the show.
Aloha.
Mahalo for being with us. Welcome to Kupuna Power.
Mahalo.
Now, your two, your great-grandfather, and grandfather, they held a lot of sway on Waikiki.
They did.
Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Sammy Steamboat.
Well, I gotta give a big mahalo to my mother, because she was the one who, took me over there every week, every weekend. Summers I would spend over there and just learn from this amazing man who was just Pops, right? I just called him Pops. Yeah. And a lot of our time spent together was simply just watching his favorite movie at the time, Indiana Jones, and then him telling me about how he grew up in Waikiki. I'd ask him, what was Waikiki like back in the day? You wouldn't believe. And just sharing all the stories of what Kalakaua used to look like, what he and his friends would do for fun. It was just a really special time.
Waikiki it wasn't a closed shop, but everybody knew everybody.
Everybody knew everybody.
And everybody who worked the beach knew your great-grandfather.
Yeah.
So he had immense respect, right?
He did.
And I'm sure that his legend will carry on.
It will.
Through guys like you.
Oof.
Now, talk to us about your grandfather, Bernie Ching, because he was a beach boy too.
He was a beach boy. He was a beach boy. He was a musician. He was just a real ambassador of aloha. Waikiki, during the time I grew up, was such a special place because the world was still not as fast as it was today. We had visitors coming annually, and so their kids also grew up with all the uncles and, of course, Dad. He got to be a grandpa not just to me, but to all these other kids from New Jersey or Connecticut and California. Yeah. Surfing lessons, being able to participate with those things with him, learn, rake the beach, earn your keep around here, and right. Just the way that he grew up doing it, it was the most amazing way to grow up.
What would you say to our viewing audience as a Mo'opuna of two great men, what you've learned, what you want to impart when you're Kupuna? What do you think is the best qualities of the dynamics between grandparents and grandchildren?
The thing that I always think of when I think of my grandfather, as well as my great-grandfather, is perseverance, right? And it's something that they always instilled in me especially a young Hawaiian man. And I've carried those lessons into my adulthood, and every day it's a reminder, right, to be like the a'ali'i, unmovable in winds. And those are things that they really instilled in me, and to really walk with aloha. Something that I am learning every day how to do, right? Yeah. It's a lifelong journey in doing, but it's a bond between grandparents and grandchildren those lessons are undeniable.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Thank you for having me.
Mahalo. So that does it for today's Kupuna Power. Wow. Let's quickly visit our Kupuna Power principles for action: choice, relationships, contribution to community, dignity and respect, and love your grandparents. Kupuna Power is a state of mind. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Brickwood Galuteria, and this has been Kupuna Power on Island Life Live. Aloha.